Prosecutors are seeking a 30-year sentence for the former Minneapolis police officer convicted of murder in George Floyd's death, but a defense attorney is asking that Derek Chauvin be sentenced to probation and time already served, according to court documents filed Wednesday. Chauvin is scheduled to be sentenced June 25 following his conviction on murder and manslaughter charges. Judge Peter Cahill previously ruled there were aggravating factors in Floyd's death, which gives him the discretion to sentence Chauvin above the range recommended by state guidelines. Prosecutors said Chauvin's actions were egregious and a sentence of 30 years would properly account for the profound impact of defendant's conduct on the victim's family, and the community. They said that Chauvin's actions shocked the nation's conscience. No sentence can undo Mr. Floyd's death, and no sentence can undo the trauma defendant's actions have inflicted. But the sentence the court imposes must show that no one is above the law, and no one is below it, prosecutors wrote. Defendant's sentence must hold him fully accountable for his reprehensible conduct. Defense attorney Eric Nelson cited Chauvin's age, lack of a criminal record and support from family and friends in requesting a sentence of probation and time served. He said Chauvin was the product of a broken system. Mark Osler, a former federal prosecutor and now a professor at the University of St. Thomas School of Law in Minneapolis, said it's not unusual for attorneys to make these kinds of requests as a sort of opening offer. He said there is zero chance that Chauvin will get probation, and prosecutors are also unlikely to get the 30 years they are requesting. He said Nelson's attempts to paint Chauvin as a good fit for probation and a law-abiding citizen will probably face ferocious pushback from the government, given that Chauvin is also charged with tax evasion. He added that Nelson's reference to Chauvin being the product of a broken system is fascinating. Most Americans seem to think that Chauvin embodies what is broken about our system of criminal justice. Chauvin, who is white, was convicted in April of second-degree unintentional murder, third-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter for pressing his knee against Floyd's neck for about 9.5 minutes as the black man said he couldn't breathe and went motionless. Floyd's death, captured on widely seen bystander video, set off demonstrations around the United States and beyond as protesters demanded changes in policing. Even though Chauvin was found guilty of 3 counts, he'll only be sentenced on the most serious one, second-degree murder. Under Minnesota sentencing guidelines, Chauvin, having no criminal record, faces a presumptive sentence of 12.5 years on that count. Cahill can sentence him to as little as 10 years and 8 months or as much as 15 years and stay within the guideline range.